What's up? What's up? What's up?
Happy Saturday, guys.
Happy Saturday.
What's going on?
Uh,
ADL, Greg.
Greg, what's going on?
Sorry, guys. I hate that these are your ats instead of just your names. So,
I know.
but you won't start early. We did, Kenneth.
Yeah, Kenneth, we pushed the button early
We did.
just for that reason.
Yep.
We're still waiting on Pedro. He's got kids and a wife.
He'll be in a minute.
He'll be here in a minute. I know he what's up? What's up, Joseph?
Megan.
Hey, did you guys I was gonna talk about this on Sev's show tomorrow. But did you guys see the Hulu documentary on the Bunny Ranch?
Oh my God.
Yo.
That shit was crazy.
That HBO Bunny Ranch thing. That was nuts.
That was insane.
And Meg, if you haven't seen it and I've seen it first, ha 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 ha.
That was a weird one that she found on her very own.
Yeah, I did.
That shit was crazy.
I semi remember that Ram Ranch. No, not Ram Ranch. The Bunny Ranch. Nope, you didn't see it? Oh, good. Let me reiterate. Ha 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 ha. It was from the HBO. They did that. They put out that show. I forget. Was it Cat something? Cat whatever.
Cat House.
Cat House.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just all the rage on HBO, and it was just like prostitutes that worked.
It was
in
a brothel. It was a brothel, and yeah.
Oh damn.
That shit's crazy.
Is Austin in it? No. That would be amazing if he was in it.
Does he still have his?
No, he doesn't have a bunny ranch anymore.
I was gonna say, isn't he a full-time athlete?
But
now?
there was a bunch of ranches. There was like a bunny ranch. Was there a ram ranch? Kenneth, you might be right. There was a ram ranch. Or I don't know. There was a couple. The homie owned a couple, but the dude that owned them all was like weird as shit, and he just would like sample the product without having to pay for it, and it was like a scheme where it was like indentured servitude, where like they could never pay off the debt that they incurred to work at the Bunny Ranch. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. Crazy
it's
documentary.
Always a
Hulu.
Promise of a better life, and then what does that actually entail? Which is he sleeps with them first, and then
that is weird.
It's very weird. It's a very weird documentary. It's a very weird like story, and
there's like murders. There's all kinds of weird shit. It's crazy.
Yep.
It was good document. I mean, they show what what's up, Jake?
I don't know.
Oh,
there.
Oh, hi. What's up?
What's going on? But yeah, that shit was crazy.
Well, I hope you can find that. I hope you got the. I don't know what's up. It's all good. But yeah, that was fire. And then what else did we see?
But also, I'm being forced to watch Stranger Things.
It's such shit.
I have never seen that show.
I tried to get into it the first season, and I just could never.
Is it too strange for you, honey?
Maybe. I don't know.
Compared to all the shows that you watched in your lifetime, I watched like the commercials and the oh, don't bother. Okay. It just never was one of those things, but it's everywhere. You know, it's what's in the stores right now. Stitch is in the stores. Stranger Things is in the stores. Shit, what else?
It took you 2 attempts to like it or 2 seasons to like it? Because I can't do that.
I don't know.
I need to be into it by like the 3rd episode, or I
don't know.
Isn't it midnight for Pedro? No, it's 8, whatever. Go ahead. I will
but no, I just couldn't get into Stranger Things. Is it like the show but weirder? The show, what did we watch? Was it all those kids that were ghosts or whatever? You found that?
Oh, it was like school ghosts. Like they were ghosts in a school.
Yeah, but way worse than Netflix. Or way weirder than that. Because I liked that show that you found.
That was weird, but yeah, that was good. Stranger Things I don't understand. I didn't understand it.
It's aimed at 18-year-old morons that think they're smart because they hate sports.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
School
no.
Spirit, that's what it's called, School Spirit.
Oh, okay.
It started on Netflix, now it's
Yep.
on, like, Prime or something, whatever,
Yeah.
but I had to go over. You know, the one thing I'm pissed at is there's a new Yellowstone spinoff that's on Paramount, and Paramount still won't fucking give me Yellowstone. Like, just give me Yellowstone.
They're not doing it, honey.
It's so annoying.
They're gonna make you buy what streaming system is it on right
It's
now?
on Yellowstone's on, like, Peacock.
The
Like,
one that we don't have between me, you, and,
yeah,
our friend Jeff.
you literally have every spinoff to Yellowstone on
Mhm.
Paramount, and you just won't give me the
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone series. So I've never seen that series, but I've seen 1883, 19 whatever, 1842, whatever the hell it is. Like, it's so annoying. What does that mean? What crossfat?
No cocks in that household. They're talking about Peacock.
Oh, yeah. Nope, I know. No cocks at all. Even Peacock. That's no.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely not.
No. But you're gonna watch the spinoffs.
I am gonna watch the spinoffs. I've watched all of them.
There's another one?
Cock blockers. Yeah. Yeah, I've been cock blocker before.
Yeah, sorry.
I've gone with some of my straight friends to be cock blocker to the club
Mhm.
or dinner or a blind date or something like that.
Maybe find it on
Have
DVD.
you ever been the like the person that someone called for a blind date, like, or they were like, "Hey, call me if I call you, or call me in 20 minutes and see if I'm okay on a blind date"?
No, it was more if we all go out together and something is not
Megan, they don't
okay.
have DVDs anymore. I don't have a DVD player. Do you have a DVD player anymore? What are you talking about?
It was never like a blind date situation. It was more we all go out together, and if someone was getting hit on that didn't want to get hit on, we all could just look at each other and know. I'm pretty sure I told this story before, but I saved my friend Jeff's life once because he was so drunk and was trying to go home with this girl, and I was like, "Yeah, no, nope." Pretended like I was his girlfriend and was like, "Nope, he's coming home with me." And the next day, when I told him, and they had taken a picture together, so he looked at the picture, I think, and was like, "I just saved your life." So, it was never a blind date situation like that.
We saved his life from
We did.
messy vagina.
We did. I had to. I saved his life.
That
I
is
saved
so.
his life.
Oh shoot. Oh, there he is. All right, cool. Let's go.
There he is.
The
Hi.
man, the
Hi.
legend.
I'm really sorry. I got my times completely messed up. Am I like 37 minutes late?
No,
8
you
minutes.
are 8 minutes late.
Oh, okay. I'm still sorry. Hope that's enough.
No, no
I'm still sorry,
worries.
but I'm not as sorry.
If it was 30 something minutes late, you would.
I just randomly went onto YouTube and I was like, fuck, why are they live? I'm like, are they going live for an hour before I go on, or what's happening? Okay, that's all right. Why does that keep happening in my lights?
Gonna give us a light show.
Yeah, you've been having mood lighting for a while now on different podcasts. Because you were in that. this-
It's really weird that it just keeps turning off.
Get down.
I don't know. It'll be all right.
You look great. Those eyes are icy blue. We're good.
What's this? What's this fucking spot? What am I, 12?
What ingrown hair?
No, it's probably just being dirty.
Well, we saw the
That was
video of
funny.
you running with the sandbag. Could you have like nuzzled that and like?
I had a
bit-
dumbbell balanced on that because I didn't have the right weight.
Oh God.
So I had like and I can't remember. I think I said it to JR and he said it looked sketchy. And it's actually fine. It just kind of nestled in nicely. JR gave me that sandbag. He was like,
okay.
"Oh, I have some spare sandbags at the gym. I'll give you one." And I said, "Okay." I remember where that was, at the games maybe, and he handed me like a brand new untouched sandbag that was still wrapped, and I was like, "You're an asshole!" Like he obviously went out and bought it.
You had to fly. Did you have to pay to fly that home?
No, it was empty. Like as in,
Oh, okay.
yeah. You fill it up yourself.
I thought he gave it to you. He was like, "Here, take this home with you."
The same way he like sent the
Good luck.
roadcaster to Taylor.
Yeah. There you go.
It's like, are you gonna pay for that sandbag to be able to get on the plane? Or you're just saying, "Here, take this."
Yeah, carry it as your, just pretend it's like a sweatshirt. He was saying as well though, I have it, it's filled with like kids, play sand or like sandpit sand. But he was saying if you can get rubber pellets that they make it like firmer because it is quite floppy.
Flimsy.
Why that sounds sexual? It's just a word.
Well, I was just talking about messy vagina. So
yeah, I heard the first words I heard when I went backstage were messy vagina. And I was like, it's the right show anyway.
I think it just makes it sexual when you look into the camera and say it. I don't think it would have been if you didn't make
I went like floppy. I used to always get uncomfortable when people talked about floppy disks. Remember floppy disks?
Yes. Yeah.
I used to always get, because it's dangerously close to floppy dicks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One consonant, you're a mess.
It should have been a different word.
And how many people actually said floppy dick instead of floppy disk?
And it has to be like, I mean, if it was floppy, it wouldn't actually go into the drive. So it needed to be an erect disc.
Yes.
A fair hard disc.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's
exactly.
We've talked about that. Well, we'll talk about that on the show tomorrow. Anyway, kill Taylor today as we move fast.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys were amazing. $5,000, Paper Street Coffee, Holy Balls, all the people, Sabbath Essentials, all y'all. Congratulations. One thing I want to know is now James went first. So for Taylor to follow, is he just going to empty the shaft? Like, is that it? Is it, you know what I mean?
Speaking of sexual, that was really weird. Empty the shaft.
Empty the chute. What's the term? What is empty the tank? Empty the tank. That's it.
Empty the tank. Shoot his load all over your face. I don't know. Whatever. Is he? Yeah. I mean, it's probably. I kind of was thinking about it. I wonder, would he be? Will he feel worse in the lead up, knowing that shit, I need to do it in under whatever it was, 4:36, 4:37? Is that going to be a worse anticipation than there's a lot of pressure on me to perform well so the people coming after me don't match my time? Or is it such a big advantage going second? Like, I guess we'll see. This is the first time he's gone second, so I guess we'll see what happens. Because it has been said for a while that other people should go first and Taylor should go afterwards, so he has a better chance of winning, which is logical. But I just wonder, I'd just be so nervous. Like if he slips off, like if he's doing the pegboard and just slips, game over. Do you know what I mean? Because James was so fast.
Well, that one guy that fell, poor thing. And you're like,
that was hilarious.
Were you the one where that was like, did you hit anything on the, like when you fell? And you never answered?
No, I was just so happy that it happened. Because the whole lead up to that was fucking painful. Like the internet, just waiting for someone to call in. Usually we have so much structure. It's not a very structured show anyway, but usually there's a structure of we come on, we talk about the sponsor, Taylor does his workout, he talks about the workout afterwards, we take calls, or people are too afraid to call in, one or the other. But that when we started and we were just like, so what do we do now? Because we had no like of the usual structure to it. And then that internet, I was just like, please, can we just like end the show if this is what it's
can we just move on?
So I was glad when he fell. I was like, well, once he got up after fall, I was like, at least we didn't kill anyone,
right?
But once he got up, I was like, that was worth it. It was worth all the preamble just to have that comedic slapstick moment.
The preamble was kind of awesome too, though. It was amazing, and they were great. Like the girls on the show were awesome. I forget what her name, and then Sven Panchikson. He was awesome. Yeah. I'm like,
I don't think I've ever seen anyone fall from there. It was really weird. Like I've seen people fall. I've seen people drop from halfway up from the top, but I've never seen anyone fall like literally at the ground. It was really weird to watch, but it was great. It was great.
All right. Hiller's out of the way. I wanted to ask you about Rogue. We're flying through this, dude.
What's Rogue? As in, what about it? I know what Rogue is.
I know. But this, Harry Lightfoot, was amazing. You posted this.
Yeah.
Is this what you got? Is this what you guys? What is the meaning of this like celebration? Is there? Do they do it at soccer games? Is it a
I think
rugby thing?
it's a no. It wouldn't be a maybe like the end of a game, like at the end of a season, maybe a rugby team would do it. But it's over the top, like football, like soccer. Brought into, like every soccer, I assume it's the same in American football, I don't know, but every soccer game or football as we call it would have chants for different players, some complimentary, some like the complete opposite. And usually if you like a player on a team, you chant that player's name either in a specific song taken from some popular song and the words reworked to suit, or just like Harry got them to do there, of just going like they just started going like Harry, and then he was like, yeah, fucking love it.
Yeah.
And he just like, I think a lot of people would do that. It would happen to them, they wouldn't know what to do with it, and they'd just be like, oh, thank you or whatever. But Harry's just has the perfect personality to have done that to him, because he will, like, he's shameless when it comes to entertaining people, which is just amazing.
Yeah.
Even before, was it the workout before that or something, where he was signing something for someone who was at the end barrier and he had just won the heat, so the camera went to him and he was like, oh, like, fucking autographs, and it just really plays into the camera, which is great. And I think it's something that's been missing. Like, you don't see a lot of it, and I think I just think he's great. He's so funny. So quick witted.
It looks like he's having fun too. I think we've missed that in certain athletes or whatever, because there is such a pressure that they put on themselves, or that they want to do so well, which is great. But to see someone that's also having fun, I think we're starting to see that with the Boys Interrupted too. Like, they're having fun again. They're doing all these things, which makes them more relatable. You want to see them do well, but they're also very relatable. But it seems like Harry is kind of taking that to the next level.
Yeah, I think like part of it as well is he is phenomenally quick-witted. Like, he's very, very fast with, I think I can't remember where I said this, but there was like an affiliate owners thing on in the hotel one of the nights, and I was there. I was not an affiliate owner, but I was just there hanging out, and Harry came up to the bar to the bar. To get ice for, I don't know, his fucking calves or whatever. I don't know, like 2 champagne buckets of ice for recovery, I guess, for his bath. And he walked up to the bar, saw all of us, and recognized that all of us. This all happened in a millisecond. Like, recognized that all of us were CrossFit, and he just goes, oh, CrossFit, and like started going like this, like across me, like I was looking over someone's shoulder, and I started laughing. And then he goes to the bartender comes over to Harry, and Harry goes, hi, I have my level 2, can I just get ice please? And I just thought it was so funny. It's just so quick-witted to do 2, like, he scanned the room, realized everyone was a CrossFit owner or whatever, did like a fucking wanking gesture, then called the bartender over, immediately said he had a level 2, asked for ice, and then left. And I just, like, that coupled with his reaction to the crowd chanting, I was like, right, this guy has, without question, the fastest wit in the games field. Like, he's very, very quick-witted.
That shit was amazing. Oh, Kenneth, what's up? What's the matter?
My glass isn't empty.
You're Gucci? Oh, Megan's like, yeah, I think it's water. It's water, right? He can't drink. He's got 3 kids and a wife in the house.
He's doing Sentinel, and he's on his fitness
I haven't
journey.
drank in like 5 years.
He can't be.
Yeah. No.
Have you cut out C4 and everything too?
No, I don't. C4. I don't drink C4 here because it doesn't have beta alanine in it. There's no point.
Oh, yours aren't allowed to have beta in it?
No, because we are beta, I guess.
Oh, right. Susan was like, Americans, the rest of the world is gay. And Paige was like, wait a minute. What?
I laughed, and then I was like, hang on, I'm the gays he's talking about.
I would say I have no like gay radar when I'm around you. Nothing pops off when I've been around you. So you're good.
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to respond to that. Like, oh, she's not on to me yet, or yeah, obviously.
I haven't figured it out.
Yeah, it was that guy you walked in on me and that dude, but that was nothing.
Jesus Christ.
That was nothing. That was nothing.
I just had a blocked call on, and he's
Well, I mean, you and Sousa did get married and start that new company, and now you guys are like the most premier,
spending a lot of time together.
We dock regularly, yeah.
And you make movies together, kind of,
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm just
all gay.
How is that going?
Good, yeah.
They
there's a lot of kind of stuff going on. Like sometimes we have meetings and Susan's like, oh, this happened, that's happened. I'm like, I didn't even realize that was happening, but okay. And I'm basically just like, just tell me what to do, like what you need me to do.
So you're the mask is what you're saying. You're the masculine.
I'm Susan's very, very good at multitasking. And I'm not. So I also, it's similar to, how obviously you don't know this, but I'm assuming it's quite common. My wife tells me, like she plays hockey, field hockey, because she's like maybe gay, not definitely gay. It was ice hockey.
Yeah,
it was ice hockey.
Then we're sure.
Yep.
Yeah, but she'll come home and she had a game today, or a match as I'd call it. But she was like, she'd talk about this player that's on her team, and she'd be like, I told you about her last week, and I'm like, yeah. And then she was like, what's her name? And I'm like, Margaret, like nothing. No. If you ask me who a specific athlete's agent is, straight away, or if you ask me who someone's coach is, straight away, I just honestly probably just don't care. As in, I care about her and I care about her doing hockey, but I just don't care about this other fucker that I have no idea who it is and I couldn't pick out of a lineup. And it's kind of similar with Sousa, where he'll be telling me stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely remember it. Like, yep. So glad I read over those Gemini notes from the last meeting.
Is it the same way with work too? Because I love you, babe, but Colleen will tell me a bunch of stuff about people that
she don't pay attention to shit.
I have no idea.
I say sometimes.
Like, do you remember what's her face from last week that told me that I can't do this and I can't do that and that? And I'm like, yes, and that's terrible. And you should never let her treat you like that ever again. I don't know the story.
Yeah,
but I'm there.
It's similar. My wife's working in a, I call it a unit anymore, an autistic class, in a school, in her school. So there's like 5 kids, I think. So this is the first time that I've known more than one name of a child in her class, because usually there's like 25. And then she starts naming, she goes beyond the one name. And I'm like, don't care anymore. Like, this is way too much. So then I'll just start being like, is this the same kid that did? She'd be like, no, that's whatever. It'll get too confusing, too muddied. Whereas now there's only 5. So now I know the names of the 5 and I know the vague characteristics of the 5. So if she starts telling me a story about one of them, I'd be like, oh, that's that kid that like climbs into stuff and hides or whatever. But now the issue is there's also adults in the room, because there's like teaching assistants. So now I have to remember their names as well. And then sometimes she's telling me about other adults she works with, but they're not in the room. And then I'm like, this is getting out of control.
There's too many
you need to shrink your circle down to like 12, like I've done. And then anybody outside that circle just doesn't matter.
And then within that circle, it's like Sousa's responsible for these 5 people that he needs to remember and all that information. And then he shares that with the group. And then you have your 5 people.
Yeah.
So you guys each take a little bit and then you bring it back to the 12. But not all 12 of you are responsible for other people.
No. Some of us are not responsible for anything.
We do care, Papa Birch. We care. We definitely care.
I really, really, really care about my wife.
Right.
I just don't care about
everybody
other people.
Else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if someone did something to her, I'd interject. or I'd get involved. Like I was giving her advice earlier on about there's some. Maybe I shouldn't go into details. there's like some kind of petty squabble drama stuff on the hockey team, and I'm like, I've listened for a couple of weeks, so now I feel like I'm allowed to give advice. You know, the way apparently women get pissed off if you fix the problem.
Yeah, don't fix problem.
So she told me 2 weeks ago. She told me last week, and this week I was like, "Have you thought about saying anything to her?" And then she was like, "Oh, maybe." I was like, "Here's what you say." And then I just laid out, and I said, "And when you say this, she'll do one of these two things, and then you do this if she does this one, and you do this if she does this one, and then report back to me." So we'll see what happens. She didn't roll her eyes.
So what you're saying is, when it gets to a certain level, you guys start to pay attention a little bit more if it starts to get serious. But all the bullshit, it's not that serious.
Yeah, if it starts to get serious, or if it's like, all right, this is pissing me off now because it's been going on a while. Like I've heard this story multiple times now, so let's just nip this in the bud.
Yep.
But yeah, it's not always possible. But yeah, I'm a good husband. Like I just don't care. I just don't care about people beyond her. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
She's like the wall in fucking Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Everybody else is north of the wall. Don't give a fuck. I don't. They're zombies. Don't care. Whatever. But from her in, I'm interested.
Yeah, I would say that's Garrett too. Like if I come and bitch about work, she's like, "Oh, it's okay. It's whatever." But then if it gets to that point where I'm constantly coming home and I'm pissed off and whatever, she's like, "Okay, she's the same way. Like this is what we need to do. This is how we're gonna fix this because I'm done hearing about this story and I'm done watching you be pissed off about this shit. So we gotta find something else to do." Yeah. Pretty much is what she said. Pretty much is exactly what she said.
Yeah. Also, I have I can also go offer the ability to go confront another woman because I'm not going to, you know what I mean? Like you could not go talk to whatever woman she's fighting with. If I feel the need that I need to go talk to, I can also offer that,
you could like threaten to scissor her or something. If I do that, it's inappropriate.
I love that myth that happens. This shit doesn't happen. That's myth? That's like the blue balls myth. All the dudes always say blue balls don't exist. It's like scissoring doesn't exist. Like we don't actually do that shit. That's not a thing.
Ever.
It's in porn. It's not in real
life.
Then
it happens.
Well, yeah, but you're
just under really specific circumstances. You need a full lighting crew, a director,
a lens,
a loose script,
and abs. You need
abs. It's not that it doesn't happen. You just haven't been in a porno. That's the problem. It does happen. You just aren't present.
It's real.
It's not real.
I've done plenty of research. Hours, minutes, sometimes seconds.
Apparently, he's watched the Bunny Ranch.
It's
fine. It's all good.
Are you teaching anymore or no?
I am a little bit this weather because Christmas is coming and Santa's not cheap. He doesn't really care about economics. So yeah, I subbed. I don't know what you call it there, but I just basically, if there's a teacher out, you go in and fill in.
Yeah, substitute.
Mm-hmm.
So I just did that for the last maybe 2 weeks or so, just to build up a bit of capital. And yeah, I haven't been paid for that yet, so that's gonna be nice when that comes. Because our tax system is like it looks at what you've earned so far this year, basically, and then divides it. But you know what I mean? I don't really fucking understand how it works. But we don't do, like, I'm a government employee, so I don't have to do personal taxes. It's just done at source.
Oh, wow.
So like my last paycheck, I think I worked 2 days and I got my paycheck and I was like, holy fuck, I got taxed like nothing. And I got it's basically all the money came through. It was like, that's never happened. So I'm excited to see this one. I'll either get absolutely raped and I'll end up with nothing. Or I'll just get everything. It's going to be one or the other, and I don't know which. So yeah, I'm nervously excited about that.
Papa Birch.
A1 sabbatical. Yeah, like a year off, basically. I did job share last year, so you work 3 days on, 2 days off, and then 2 days on, 3 days off the next week. But our school randomly, I believe, It's just because going back to me not caring about people outside my circle. I think I don't know how popular I am with like the brass at school. So I applied for job share again. I was refused because they randomly brought in these new rules where it was like, we're only allowed to have this many people all of a sudden. I was like, okay, that's complete change from last year and very late notice, but fine. So I got refused. And then one of the last days of school, they're like, oh, you can apply for career break if you want, or sabbatical. And then I was like, fuck, do I do that? That's a bit of a risk. So my plan originally was to take the year off and just give myself job share, like just sub 2 days, 1 week, 3 days the next week and do whatever. And then things just got kind of busy. And then I kind of liked not going to work. And I liked being at home doing stuff that I was kind of more passionate about. So I'm just doing that largely this year.
So is wifey okay now? Like that you're not working so much in the school and you're concentrating on it?
I think the fact that I worked last week and the week before quelled some panic. But I mean, I think, and I understand it, like it is stressful because I'll randomly get money and then I won't get money for a considerable amount of time. And then I'll randomly get money again for something else. So I think that I can understand how that's stressful. But I mean, it's like doing this has paid for like a decent bit of stuff, as in like we went to Disneyland in France last year. We're going in America next year, paid for all that. Like it's, you know, it's not like it's not earning anything. It's just so sporadic that I can see how she'd be like, shit, like what if something happens, or, you know, that kind of way. Yeah,
and how old are the kids now?
The youngest is 1.5. The middle guy is 4, and then the oldest is 6 in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Okay, so at least you have one that's like can go potty, right? Like you're good on the hat. You have both of them?
Yeah, 2.
Good job.
And the baby will sometimes walk into the bathroom and drop trow. Like take his and you're like, no, like you're mimicking what you've no concept of what you're actually doing. One day
would you
last
be
week,
happy if he did just do like
not
even
at
if he
1.5?
Even if he just peed on the floor in the bathroom, at least he knows what he's.
That's like he's not a cat. Like
I'd be like, oh, bro, you know where to go. Like that's amazing. That's an amazing.
Yeah,
start.
I'd be like, put your fucking diaper back on, go and get that mop, and sort this shit out. No, he takes, like last week he dropped his trousers. He just walked around the corner with his trousers around his ankles, and I was like, what are you doing? And then he can't talk, like he talks some words, says some words. And I was like kind of watching him. I was like, did you do a poo? And he goes, yeah. So he had actually done a shit and had just dropped his trousers, but thankfully left his diaper up.
Oh man.
Oh man.
If he took that diaper off and just put it somewhere.
He did a shit yesterday. I was carrying him and we were walking around town and I was like, God, he's really warm, like, and it's not that warm here. And then I realized that, like, oh no, his shit is leaking onto my arm.
Oh no.
That's why it's so warm. So I brought him back to the car, put him in the front seat, and I was like, did you do a poo? And he goes, yeah. I mean, I knew the answer, but I was just kind of entertaining him as I took off his shoes. And I took off his shoe and his white sock was brown. And I was like, how is this possible? Like, so I took off his trousers and just shit everywhere. So his trousers, his sock, the diaper, obviously, or nappy or whatever, everything, his vest, all just went in the trash. I was like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm just going to put it in the trash can. Yep. That's the worst. 3 kids. That's the worst shit I've ever had to do with. It was inhumane. It was so wet.
Oh man.
God, what is?
But I have no sense of smell, so it was great.
Yeah, you guys was that the week that you guys were kind of all sick at the same time?
No, I haven't had a sense of smell for
ever.
Like 4 years or 5 years. I got a sinus infection and it just never came back properly.
Or COVID?
No, it was before that. It was like maybe it was more than 4 years ago then. I was still in college. Maybe like 2018 or something, 2017.
Oh, wow.
I got a sinus infection. It just fucked up my sense of smell and never came. So like a really bad smell. Like, you know, when you open a pack of chicken and you're like, fuck, that's gone off.
Oh yeah.
So like some of that, but like a shit, not too bad.
Okay, so we've talked about how you can't smell the explosive.
So that's my answer to your rogue question.
Yeah, awesome. I love it. That's amazing.
When you took a step back from teaching, did you know that this was going to kind of how it was going to be, where it wasn't going to be consistent and frequent money, and it was always going to be ebb and flow?
Yeah. It's weird. It just makes me talk loads. Yeah, it's just the nature of the game, I think, like that, you know, so you could have, like, I could have something happen, some kind of video thing where, you know, a company asked me to make something and it's like, oh, cool, I got like $2,000, you know, and then it's like, no idea when I'm going to get more money. And I kind of knew that was going to be the way. So it's just a case of like budgeting. Well, what I should have been doing is budgeting. In reality, I'm just like living life.
You're traveling a lot.
Happens, you know.
Yep.
Like,
oh
whatever.
my God, Sousa doesn't have complete control over your budget and what your spending is.
No,
Nope.
We're separate entities in that regard.
They're keeping their finances separate.
There's no spreadsheet.
Yeah,
There's
we
no
don't have
like...
shared. We don't have a joint account. The joint account.
But you're traveling a lot more. Like you're traveling over here a lot more. You're traveling over there a lot more.
Yeah, I think
for you?
I think I traveled. I'd say I probably traveled to America the same amount, maybe even less, because Wadapalooza's moved. But around here, yeah, I just kind of made it more of an effort to go to affiliates and do more kind of local, like UK and Irish affiliate stuff. But yeah, it's fine. Like I like doing it. It's just it's not cheap. You know, staying in hotels and renting cars and cars and that kind of stuff is not cheap. So I try to kind of maximize. So like I'll go and try and visit 5 gyms in 4 cities or something, which is easier here obviously than it is there because everything's more compact. So yeah, I'll try and do stuff all at once. I'm actually going back I went to CrossFit Leamington on one of the trips and did a video about it. And the owner, I kind of stayed in touch with the owner, and he hunts deer and then sells the meat to his members. And he messaged me a few weeks ago and said, would you have any interest in going hunting? And I kind of have this thing where I'll just say, yeah, like if an opportunity comes up, I'll just say, yeah, cool. Like, let's do it. So I'm going hunting with him. I'm going over Tuesday and staying like Tuesday, Wednesday, and coming back Thursday. I'm going hunting. So yeah, if you read about a mass slaughter of deer,
that's you.
Do you shoot?
This guy.
Like, do you?
I've held a gun once, and it was a handgun, and people freaked out. Someone handed me the gun, and I held it, and then was like kind of moving it around. I was like, "Oh,
did you like look at it?
No, I don't think. No, I don't think I did.
That would do.
I was kind of like, wow, this is crazy. And they all freaked out and like grabbed it off me. They were like, there's no safety on that. And I was like, so you gave me a loaded gun with no safety and I'm the idiot. Yeah. So he was like, oh, we'll go on. I'm going to follow him on Tuesday night, like evening, go hunting at dusk or whatever. And I'm going to watch him and see what he does. And he'll explain to me what he's doing and stuff. And then Wednesday, we're going to go on a morning hunt, I think. And he's going to let me like carry a gun or hold his penis or something, I don't know. And then Wednesday evening, we're doing another hunt. And I'm
probably be safer for you to hold the gun.
Yeah, I don't want it to go off my hand. The gun is better. But yeah, there's actually it's crazy. So there's a guy, there's a kid in the gym. This by total coincidence, I got a message off someone saying, "Oh, we're doing a charity thing. Here's a press release."
Come on, Alex Baldwin.
And I was like, he said, "Oh, we're doing a charity thing. Here's a press release." And I was like, okay, this is like good cause. A press release is ultimately fucking pointless. Like you need something that you can share and post. So I said, just make a post. And he goes, oh yeah, I'll do something. So then I was at work and I was on my lunch in my car because I just couldn't be fucking bothered talking to people. So I was sitting in my car and I just did something on my phone, sent it to him, and he was like, "Oh, that's actually really good." And then I was like, "What gym is it in?" He goes, "Cross at Leamington." I was like, "That's fucking bizarre. Like, I'm going there next week." So this kid is like 6, does CrossFit Kids class there, and has some insanely rare like metabolic thing where he can't produce, his body can't use glycogen stores to create glucose, or glucose stores to create glycogen, whatever. But basically, if his parents don't feed him every 3 hours, he'll just slip into a coma and die.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
God.
So like they have to wake him up in the middle of the night, give him food.
Oh,
Like they can't, it's not even a feeding tube because it depends on levels and all this kind of stuff. It's not as simple as just like, oh, just strap him with a feeding tube.
mhm.
So they're doing like 24 workouts in 24 hours. So then I was messaging the gym owner and I was like, oh, I didn't realize this was your gym. Would you ask the woman, like the mother, if I could talk to her on Wednesday, and I'll make some reels for them and they can like post them over the next few weeks or whatever? Because like, I don't know, maybe it's because like Sloan is turning 6 soon that I was like,
Yeah.
that is so fucking heartbreaking that,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know, I don't know, like if someone got like, yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Mm.
If someone got like hit by a car or something, you're like, oh, that's fucking awful. Like, you know, what could you have done differently? Or whatever. Like literally nothing, like they couldn't control, you know what I mean? It's just so
Yeah.
far out of your hands that it's like, what are you even supposed to do? So yeah, it's pretty sad. Like, I think that's the first time that I've seen something like that where I was like, shit, am I going to cry just
Yeah.
because of how
Close.
shit it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And like he could live a totally normal life eventually, and you know, maybe there's something will be discovered or some whatever. But I just feel like when something is that rare, it's probably pretty low on the hierarchy of things that medical people are looking into. Do you know
Are
what I
paying
mean?
attention to, yeah.
Yeah, they're probably just
Yep.
like, no one has that thing. Let's focus on fucking kidney failure or whatever.
Yeah. 'Cause it's like the
Yeah, it's like fucking
0.0000001%.
12 people or whatever. Who cares? Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Versus like all these people have cancer. Let's find a cure for that.
Which
That,
we still haven't.
that to me is so, because that to me is so crazy. Because if the 1%, if that's the 0.1% of the 0.1%, that's too many, and we should help that. You know what I mean? Like, it just, if one
Yeah.
person,
I guess if you've you know,
I mean, probably because
similar,
I
if
have
you
a
have a job,
kid.
if you have jobs
but-
to do around your house and you have a specific amount of time allocation, there is a hierarchy is just gonna develop where it's
Right.
like,
Mhm.
all right, I need to do the laundry. I don't need to wash the floors as badly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like it's the same as that, I guess.
When
Yeah.
you work with your people, is it contract based? Is it one reel at a time, or does it depend on what they're looking for?
It depends. Like Taylor, like Sentinel stuff is generally Taylor will just say like, I want this, and then I'll go and make it. Or he'll say, oh, what about doing this? And I'll say, well, you could do this and this together, and you know, like some stuff like that happens. Other stuff, yeah. So like some of the say the media launch stuff is more contract based, as in, you know, we'll work with you for 2 or 3 months or blah, blah, blah. And then some of my own stuff that I'm kind of bringing to media launch would be companies who have seen the Sentinel ads or seen, you know, other things like that, and will say, oh, I'm looking for something similar, or I like the way that looks. Can you do something similar, but for this? And yeah, it just depends. Like some people say, I want an ad. And you'll say, okay, what do you want it to say? Oh, I don't know. And then obviously that requires a lot more work than just someone saying, I want the ad. I wanted to speak to these people. I wanted to say these things. And this is why I want to make the ad. And it's like, okay, cool. I can do that. Versus the other idea, or the other side of coming up with the idea and everything, is obviously a lot more time consuming, and there's more back and forth, because it's like, hey, what about saying this, this, and this? And they're like, well, I don't really want to sound like that. And it's like, okay, back to the drawing board. And then you go back and forth. But yeah, it's generally speaking, it's pretty easy. Either I've been very lucky and the companies are just like, yeah, that's cool, go with it. Or I'm a genius and I haven't had given anyone a reason to say no yet. One or the other. I think it's probably the first, to be fair.
So let's just, if someone had enough money, could they keep you on retainer? Like where you just make all their ads?
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, like Taylor knows that if he says I want an ad for something, I'll make it as quick as I can. Like it's not a retainer thing, but I'll just be like,
No, that's Taylor. I get that or whatever. But like for other people that are, like clients. Like I wouldn't
Yeah,
consider
yeah, yeah.
Taylor your
Like,
client. I
yeah.
would
I mean,
consider him
there's
your
some
friend.
like some of the media launch stuff is longer contract based, some of it's shorter contract based. But like, yeah, if someone came to me and said, I want ads, I want reels or whatever, like, yeah. I mean, I enjoy doing it, like, so it doesn't feel like work, which is good.
I guess we'll need an ad for scissoring for the next show we'll need something like that. With
For
your
our intro,
with your drunk Pedro
we
voice
need a new
and
intro.
yeah.
Pool Boy made our first intro. I guess we need a new one.
It got
Jeremy,
weird. Go ahead.
hang on, which way? It's 2 kettlebells, or the non-competition kettlebells. He's asking what the circular objects are. I think that's a 20 kilo and that's a 16 or something, or maybe 18 and 20 or something. That's what they are.
Kenneth, I want content. Clinton thinks in Dara's program running with scissors. Jesus.
Wow.
Well, you either meant to take the N out of that word or you just want to call us Bill and Hillary or something like that. I don't know. But I think you need to take the N out of that.
Did I, Byrne, did I make JR's tell them Beezy sent you? Yeah, that was very specific. That was one of the, like, this is exactly what I want. He basically said, can you find an AI voice of Beasley? And I said, no, but I'll make one. So then I made it and then I just built the ad around it. And then he was like, yeah, that's cool. So some like stuff like that, people will just be like, here's exactly what I want. But outside of this, I don't care what it does. And then I'll figure the rest of the stuff out.
Do you have more people like that? Or do you have the other side where people are like, hey, I want this, I want a reel, or I want an ad, and you have to...
I probably maybe I'm making it sound like there's a list of people. Like there isn't like I've made, like, say, all the Sentinel ones. They're very much, the majority of the time I'll send, Taylor will tell me what he wants to advertise. I'll send him a script of what I want him to say.
Mhm.
He'll reword it maybe a little bit and then record it and send it back. And then I'll either give them a shot list of like, hey, I need footage of you guys doing this, 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 and this, or I'll use old stuff that I have, or I'll use like AI shit basically, or stock footage or whatever.
Mhm.
JR's thing, I made that. Some of the Kill Taylor stuff I made, like the stuff I posted last week, like that's probably some of the best stuff I've made, but that was just my own stuff that I was going to bed one night and I was like, oh, it'd be funny to use that song off Peacemaker for a reel about how CrossFit is fucking terrible but amazing at the same time.
Mhm.
So then I just said, oh, send me all your fail videos, and I just pieced it together. And then the other one, similar, I was just like, oh, there was an ad, a trailer for that film, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's pretty good advice for CrossFit. And then I was like,
That was awesome.
There's a song in the trailer. And I was like, I'll just rip the audio from that and then put it on to stock footage that I already have from different gym visits and stuff. But yeah, basically what I plan to do is put all of that into a folder, like a drive folder, and then just start sending it to companies and say, here's all the ads I've made. If you want me to make something, let me know. But I also hate doing that, so I don't want to do that. But I also need money. So
yeah,
I would say, but you will do that. So we do a lot of things we don't want.
Yeah.
Did you make this one for, I keep trying to play this in it. Did you make this one for CrossFit?
No, I just thought it was funny.
I mean,
and that's something that when you watch any athlete in their apex of their career, there's never a doubt. There's like, well, that's
I love this video so much.
beautiful.
That
was
was
so good.
awesome. That's
I sent
so
that to
good.
Lucy. So I asked like Lucy, Dallin, Jason, because I wanted normal people and then some elites so that people could be watching it and be like, oh shit, that was Dallin, or whatever.
Yeah.
Just adds another element to it. But the guys were like, yeah, no problem. Jason was like, I'm not sure it's what you want. But Dallin actually was the one that said, he was like, ask Jason for his burpee or his box jump video. And I asked Jason, he goes, I'm not sure it's what you want based on what you described, but holy shit, it makes the whole video. It's so good. Lucy sent me that stuff and was like, maybe don't use the last clip because it's pretty psycho. It's way I react. And then I put it in, and when she says fuck, it lines up perfectly with the guy saying fuck. And I was like, I cannot use it.
You have to use it now.
But yeah, I sent it to her. I sent it to Dallin. I sent it to, I can't remember, one other person, just to check that they're all right with it. Just because the song more so, I just like people might be a bit weird about it. I think Dallin was like, I said, you don't want to see this or anything, do you? And then he goes, well, now I do. Like, it's like, why would you could have just posted it, but the fact you asked makes me think there's something wrong with it. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed making that. I kind of like shot my load pretty quickly though, because I made that and I made the other one in like 2 days. And then I was like, cool, I have no ideas now for anything else that I want to make.
There you go, you're gonna make another one.
Yeah.
Sarah
Cox.
Yeah.
Max Baptized.
Will do.
It's so good.
That
video was so good.
They should use it. Did you collaborate with them?
I offered them collab and I tagged them in it, and then I posted on my story about maybe 4 or 5 days later and tagged them in the story, and I don't think they've seen any of it, which is nuts to me. Not that like I feel like I matter or anything, but it's just sort of like I feel like if you have your finger on the pulse, you'd be kind of looking around. You'd be looking around, wouldn't you? Like you'd be like, oh, let's check. Like let's keep an eye on these 80 accounts outside of athletes. Like if your job is media, your job is social media, so it's like keep an eye on the social media of stuff that's being posted and whatever. Keep an eye on, say, the top 80 athletes and then the biggest 80 social media type.
There aren't even 80 of them. There's like,
maybe again, coming back to hierarchy, maybe they have a list, but it's like, how many followers do they have? Which I don't have a lot of, so maybe they're just like, that's the cutoff or something. I don't know, but yeah, they probably wouldn't have. I don't feel like they would have reshared that one or accepted collab on that one. It's just a bit raw for them, but I feel like both videos are what they're trying to say. It's just a more direct way of saying it. It's a more like 15 years ago way of saying it. Rather than without telling people, it's just showing people like what it is. And that was Rios. I sent Rios a message saying like, hey, I want some footage that's juxtaposed to what the rest of the video is. And I want someone talking about how beautiful CrossFit is or how amazing it is or how perfect it is. And he just sent me a link to a video. It was like Maliolo on 6 minutes, 30 seconds. And then it was him talking about like, it's beautiful. Life is just beautiful. I was like, oh, perfect.
But that's the thing. There's so many of you guys in the space that remember those things or can find those things. And then it's like you guys put this stuff together and then you posted it and you would think, and again, maybe you're right. Maybe the song, they're like, it's really cool, but maybe not the song for what they're looking for. Yeah. But if you can share and you collab with people, they don't have to do the work for that particular reel or that particular share. Like it's already done. It's already made. It's just going to share out to reach more people.
Yeah, I know even that you can do, that new thing you can do now on Instagram where you repost, but you don't actually do. I don't know how to explain it. It like comes up in a separate segment of your feed.
Yes.
You have to physically go into to find. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's a better way of doing it. Maybe if you're kind of nervous about like, oh, that has the N word in it, I better not accept that collab. But you can put it into your repost thing. Just kind of hides it a bit.
I think I put that word in your song for the story, but I'm not sure. It was my oops. I don't know. I just found a song I liked and threw it in there. All right, switching gears a little bit. I did want to ask you very much about the Luka Jukic. I loved that interview. So it was so good. And I was wondering if you knew or what you were going for was trying to get him to like have all of his feelings, because I felt he did. He was pretty raw in that.
Yeah, like so we talked about it on the show. We had a pretty big argument like a few months previously, to the point where he was like, we're never talking again. And I was like, I think that's I kind of tried to explain that it wasn't a rational response to what had happened. But it obviously fell on deaf ears for a while anyway. And then I think just kind of the dust settled, and it was funny, like,
what did you do, Pedro? Did you make a comment on a post? What did you do?
No, we talked. I think we kind of half talked about it on the show. But we were kind of talking about World Fitness Project and the field, and comparing the games field and the World Fitness Project field in DMs. And then I did a debate show, and I said I was talking to Luka Jukic, and he said that the fields are, I kind of said what he had said, and that we disagreed. And he messaged me and was like, I think Taylor was on the show as well, and Luka doesn't have a lot of time for Taylor.
Right.
And Taylor basically called Luka retarded or something in the middle of it. And Luka raged and was like, fuck you for bringing that. He didn't actually say fuck you, I don't think. But like, he was like, screw you for bringing me up, and I wasn't there to defend myself, and it's not fair and whatever. And I kind of said, like, I didn't like pull up a fucking screenshot. I just said that we had spoken about it. But, whatever.
It was enough to piss him off.
Yeah. And yeah, he basically was like, don't, like, we're not going to talk again. And I was like, okay. And then about maybe a month ago or a month and a half ago, sometimes I'll like test the water. Like I'll reply to a story and just be like, what are they going to do when they see this? More as like a kind of a sociological experiment. He posted something. There's a story where he was doing a qualifier workout, and he was on the rower, and he pulled the rower and let go of the handle, and it like slapped in against the thing. And I just replied and I said something like, poor rower handle, like that's a big no-no or something. And he joked in his response. I was like, all right, okay, we're good. And then waited another couple of weeks, replied to another story, waited another couple of weeks, said like, oh, I'd love to have you in the show. And I was expecting him to say like, fuck off, like no shot.
You,
like, you played the long game.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, I'm actually traveling, but when I come back, like message me. And I was like, oh fuck, he's actually considering it. I didn't expect that. So then he messaged me a while after, was like, oh, I'm back. Yeah, let's do it. Like, what do you want to talk about? And I kind of told him what I wanted to talk about. And he goes, yeah, okay, that's fine. And then I basically just said, like, is there anything that you don't want me to ask about? And he said, no, you could ask. He was like, well, there's some stuff that I probably wouldn't be able to talk about. And I was like, well, I'm going to ask you about it anyway, but you can just say, I'm not allowed to talk about that. Because I said, if I don't ask you about it, the whole comment section will just be filled by, why didn't he ask about whatever?
Yep.
So he was like, yeah, fair enough. So we did the show, and he was like, you can ask me whatever you want. And he was great. And it must have been hard. I found it like it was challenging, and it must have been hard for him. But I think he came across really well overall. Like I said on the show, I just can't even imagine like what he has gone through, and it's so public as well, and it's so, it's just bizarre situation to find yourself in. And it's very hard. It's very easy to slip into like, oh, he should have done this, or why did he say that? He should have done this. But it's also like, I probably would have just fucking killed myself. So it's kind of hard it's easy to judge, but I kind of needed to remind myself that like, there's no way I would have handled it even half as good as he has, no matter how bad he's handled it, that kind of way.
Even now.
Yeah.
Even all this time later, like it's still the fact that he even went on a show
that was awesome
with you was like, oh shit, like he's gonna talk about whatever he's gonna talk about, even as honest as he was. Because it's very easy for him to be like, don't fucking bring up my brother, don't fucking bring up what happened, we can talk about the WFP, we can talk about my career, what I'm doing right now. And the fact that he gave you permission to ask the questions, and also was like, if I don't want to, then I won't, if I can't, then I won't.
Live show too.
And it was a live show.
There's two amazing responses I've gotten for invites to the show. I sent Laura Horvath an email like 18 months ago. It's just like, hi, hope you're well. I'd love to have you on the show. And she had been on the show previously, and she just replied and said, I can't remember what the email, it was within 40 seconds.
Oh shit.
She replied. I was like, holy shit, she actually replied. That's bizarre. And
did she
it was
just say
like,
no?
basically, she goes, Dear Peter, no thank you. All the best, Laura. Or whatever. You know, that was it. So I was like, that's pretty funny.
Where's the point?
Yep.
I messaged
Respectful as hell.
I messaged Roman. Am I going to get in trouble now for talking about DMs? But anyway, I messaged Roman, and it was so funny. I messaged him last week, and I was like, hey, your English is really good and it's improved so much. I'd love to have you on the show. And he replied about a day later and was like, what do you want to talk about? And I hate when people ask that, because I'm always like, I don't fucking know. I haven't even thought about it yet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, like you, Cookville, your son, you know, like Mayhem, World Fitness Project, the games, everything. And he just replied, nobody cares. An amazing response. He just goes, nobody cares. And I was like, well, I mean, people do care, or we wouldn't have any
shows,
interviews.
Yep.
I just thought it was so funny. Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It's awesome that
funny.
you even, I just, the amount of respect that you showed him and the amount of respect that he showed you back, and just the willingness to, I mean,
I think if you just go into every conversation with curiosity and like, you know, there probably are some shows that I do go into where I'm like, I'm going to nail this fucker. Or like, I'm just going to ask them. Sometimes it's happenstance that I'll just be genuinely curious, and then they'll paint themselves into a corner, and you're watching it happen, being like,
you're setting me up, man. Like,
what are you doing? Like walk away.
Wait.
Stop talking. And like, you know, I'm kind of like, this is insane that they're saying this stuff. Like Caroline Lambre at that time, when she said, you know, people ask what the athletes have done for the affiliates. Well, what have the affiliates done for the athletes? And I was just
she kept talking.
And she doubled down on it.
Yeah, I was like, did I just have an aneurysm, or did I just hear it? I think I heard. Like, that was just pure fluke that happened. Or like the Brent and Pat thing, where Brent freaked out about his laptop, like all that stuff. Again, I was just like asking questions, and then it was just like, oh, holy shit, what the fuck is happening? I'm probably a bit more tactical with like some of the World Fitness Project stuff, or, you know, I'm probably a bit more like, oh, I wonder if I ask them about this, will they let slip something about this, or will the mask slip a bit, or will they admit this, or will they, you know, whatever. But generally speaking, it's just like a genuine conversation. And I've stopped, for the most part, I've stopped completely with like making notes and stuff and thinking about too much like what I want to talk about. There are sometimes, so like Luca, I had like notes of, you know, to remind myself, like, because I'd hate to have an opportunity like that and not ask about something that I thought was important, and then afterwards be like, fuck, I forgot to ask about that. But generally speaking, I've just stopped making notes, and stopped you know, jotting stuff down. And I've stopped watching it's probably cyclical. I'll probably go back to it again, but I've stopped watching other interviews that they've done, because what I realized I was doing was, say I had you on and I watched some of your shows, and then I'd be like, well, there's no point asking her about that because she's talked about it already. So what's the point? People know it. But then there's people that, I mean, not many, but there is people that will watch my show that won't watch another show. So then they don't know that. So then it's still better off. Or I might ask them the question, they might give a different type of answer, or go into more detail, or talk about it from a different perspective, or whatever. So I've kind of stopped doing that. Maybe it's just lazy, but I've stopped like researching, and I've stopped making
then
notes.
You can just ask the question, like, you're
just see where it goes. Like,
yeah,
I'm sure it's going to catch up with me at some point where I'm like, so any plans for Christmas? But so far it's been fine. I think if there's someone that I have no idea, I don't have a clue about them at all, I'd look into them a bit.
Right.
But most people I sort of have a base knowledge of. Like, if I invite, say, Dallin on the show, there's probably a reason why. It's because I haven't talked to him in a while. And then I'd be thinking, like, when was the last time I spoke to him? Okay, what's happened since then? I'd be like, right, ask him about the games, ask him about World Fitness Project, ask him about Rabdo, ask him about Jason and Justin, and that kind of rivalry and stuff like that, and it just kind of natural then.
I also think that it's cool because even if we all have a similar guest on and we ask the first couple questions of like, who are you? What do you do? Blah, 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 blah. We're all going to take the conversation in a different direction. It's very rare that the three of us are going to take the same guests on the same journey in a conversation. It might be about an injury. It might be about something that's significant, but every conversation is going to be different. And I think that that's really cool because I don't do that. I don't research people too much because I'm like you. If I research too much, I'm going to find myself only asking the questions that they've already answered the same way that they've already answered those questions, So, we always like to say, like, pretend like nobody knows you.
You kind of stopped us from this. Like I did it all the time. And you've kind of like, after the second show we did with you, it was kind of like, oh, I should probably stop.
Right. Even like you look at like Sevon, like his shows, like he'll go into more kind of philosophical stuff than I'd be capable of doing because I just don't have the life experience he has, or I'm just not as intelligent as he is with that kind of stuff. So I'm just like, I'm not going to go there. If he had Luca on talking about death and stuff, he'd talk about it in a completely different way than I would. So I think there's just so much scope. There's so many different like flavors that it's, people can just pick and choose what they want, basically.
Last one, only because we'll get you out of here because I want to again thank your wife for letting us have an hour and 15 minutes of your time. But the other one was the Dave Castro interview. I know you did that like ages ago or whatever, but I have to ask you because I have to laugh. I DM'd him after the games to see if he would come on, and he answered me almost immediately, and he's like, "I left already." And then nothing. So then like I waited like 2 weeks when I kind of thought he was home by looking at his Instagram or the Monday podcasts. And so I would DM him. I DM'd him one more time and I was like, "Hey, just want to love on you for the games. Would love to have you on the podcast." And he's like, "I left already." And so, like,
he said again.
But he really did. He was on the thing with Hiller. Like he was in Korea by then with Hiller somewhere or some shit. He really was gone. He wasn't lying. It wasn't, but it was like, no matter how hard I tried, if I tried to pick the moment where I saw the Instagram go up or the YouTube go up where it looked like he was home and I would try.
It's because you're asking him to talk about feelings.
I know.
Or you want to give him feelings and say thank you. He's like, fuck that. I'm not doing that
But
shit.
It was the most amazing like response to anything I've ever. It was almost like nobody wants to hear about that. Like nobody cares.
Yeah, Dave is cool. He just doesn't mince words. Like he's just not gonna.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But your podcast with him was awesome too. Like I don't think I've ever really seen him other than on his own podcast that he runs or on Sevon's. I'd never really seen him anywhere else.
Yeah, it's hard with someone like that. It's hard because it's like you want to. It's this party that wants to get something out of him that hasn't been gotten out of him or whatever, which is difficult because him and Sevon are so close, and Sevon knows so much about him that he knows like what to ask, whatever, and he's just really good. And they're in person as well, so it's different. Then there's also the aspect of like pressure of like, fuck, I don't want to waste his time.
Right.
I don't want to have him on and then him say like, fucking stupid, I'm never doing that again. And I don't want to have him on and then have people watch it and be like, this is shit. Like they didn't talk about anything I wanted them to talk about. So there's definitely an aspect of pressure about it. But then I sort of like, I don't know, you get nervous. Like I think I remember texting JR before that being like, I'm going to shit my pants. Nerves like, but once it starts, I don't know, I just sort of like, who gives a fuck? Like really, he's already there. So worst case scenario, he leaves and he's like, I'm not doing that again. Mm-hmm. And best case scenario, he leaves and he's like, oh, that was actually all right. So yeah, I think you get to a certain point where you just stop caring because you're confident that it will be fine, or you're confident that even if it isn't fine,
it's still fine.
Really gonna give a shit, like,
Yeah.
There's always worse shows out there. I mean, some of the shit that's online, even just in CrossFit, like some of the shit that's out, and you're just like, how the fuck is this a thing? Like, how is this a thing?
Yeah.
And then you kind of look at your own stuff and you're like, oh, it's actually all right. Like, you know, we're actually having in-depth conversations. Like, it's actually, but it is, I mean, it's, you know, they say like comparisons, thief of joy or whatever, but like there is an aspect of that where you look at some stuff and you're like, you know, you look at Hiller's stuff and you're like, fuck, it's amazing. Like the production quality is so high. It's so frequent. It's so like his cadence is so good. His, you know, editing is so good. The way he delivers lines is so good and so quick-witted. And it's easy to get like, God, I'll never get to that level. But then it's, you just kind of realize that you actually just don't have to, like that you can just kind of find your own way of doing stuff. Or you can do what Grant does and just try and be exactly that and fall short.
Grant.
That's too much work.
Yeah, again, you just go and look at like another page. Like, I don't know, you can just trawl through, just search CrossFit and look at all the different shows that are around, and you'll come across and you'll be like, I've literally never heard of this before, ever, this page. And then it's like, okay, I mean, that's fine then. If there's a page that I've never ever heard of and they're on episode 50, I'm probably doing it. No, it's probably fine. Yeah.
That's I watched that Dave episode with you and I was just like, damn, like nerves of fucking steel. So it just like the video that you made where like even the highest level CrossFitters make mistakes and fall off shit and push shit and yell fuck. Just to hear you be like, oh my God, I had to call JR for a second just to like chill out.
I think those kind of ones like Luca, Dave, I met Greg. Like there's a few like that where it's like, holy shit, I'm really fucking nervous. This could go absolutely terrible. Like it's maybe like 3 a year that I'll say to my wife before I go out, but like, oh, I'm absolutely shitting it. And then invariably she's just like, really? Oh, you'll be okay. And then it's like, I know I will be, but it's just like a process. Like, it's not logical, but there it is.
All right, guys. Thank you. Anything for Pedro real quick before we go? We're good. Something about autism up here. I'll answer that on a different show. What's your favorite interview so far? Who's Pedro's favorite interview so far?
Maybe Greg in person in France because it was just so fucking weird. Or that Dave one was good. Or I actually probably Sevon, like it was, I think maybe 3 years ago now, like around this time of year, around Christmas, New Year's, like 3 years ago, I think. I think because of what it led to, because like we did that show and then sort of became closer, and then that group sort of formed, and then, you know, like all that stuff kind of happened. I don't think because of it, but around the same time. So it kind of feels like it was a bit serendipitous. So I think that was pretty important.
The locker room chat was formed. P.S. I got a little teeny tiny piece of the locker room chat at the games only because the computer was set to like show the text messages going across while you guys were texting each other. And so every once in a while I would look up and I'm like, nope, that's not meant for me. That is meant for other people. And I will keep my eyes down here.
Like, wow, that's an offensive message.
Okay.
I didn't even know that slur was still used.
I was like, that was a good one. Nice. That was back from the 80s.
Jeremy wants to know, how's training going?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. October was fucking awful. I was in Greece. I trained when I was in Greece, actually. When I was in Greece, came home on like Tuesday, went to crash on Wednesday. Came home from crash and I was insanely sick. Like I had tonsillitis, or like strep throat or whatever, and took antibiotics. And 5 days into the antibiotics, I got another infection, a sinus infection. I was like, how the fuck does that even happen? That's like, I don't know, it's bizarre. Anyway, and then after that, my youngest son, so while we were in Greece, started waking up at 4 a.m. and I'd get up and bring him for a walk so he'd go back to sleep for at least till 6. So I just walked for like 2 hours. And then he's continued that trend. So I think Jeremy earlier on about I don't know, 400 comments ago was like, how old is he? He looks older than I do. Like, yeah, I was awake at 4:05 this morning with that little shithead.
Jeez.
So yeah, it's really, really, really tiring, that side of stuff. So then I think for basically, I sort of let myself just be a bit of a victim for like all of October and the first like week of November. I'm just being like, I'm too fucking tired. Like I just can't. So I'm starting to feel good again. Had a really good week, say last week, had a really good week this week. It was pretty easy. Sentinel is fucking amazing. And this week is so good because all the workouts are so short and there's no like strength shite. It's just like do the workout and then leave. And like I raw dog everything. So today was strict pull-ups and strict press and then hang power cleans and push-ups. And it was literally just like, all right, I just put 45 on the bar and I just like cleaned it, did one strict press and I was like, should be fine. And I just started the workout. But I think that's the stage of life I'm at, that it's just like, hopefully everything just holds together and I get through it because I've got 40 minutes maximum.
I don't have time. Yep.
So just in and start working. So it's like, oh, cool. Find your 1 rep max deadlift. I guess I'm going to start at 140 kilos and just see what happens today. It's just like, I don't have time for fucking PVC pipe or, you know, any good mornings or shit. It's just like,
yeah.
We're just gonna.
Oh, by the way, if you need some mobility, Primal Mobility, code GTP27, get that discount. Also, they have a discount on their page too. They're doing stuff for Black Friday weekend and stuff. Yep. Go get your Paper Street coffee. Aren't they all the way to Cyber Monday?
I think so, yeah. You can get a 12 pack, 6 and 6 for like, they're basically paying you to take it.
Yeah, all the way to Cyber Monday.
Yep.
I forget how much their cans are. I have the paper somewhere, but I can't find it.
$2.25 or something, and they should be $2.75 or something, I think.
Yeah, you're saving like 50 cents a can or something like that.
I think so, yeah, something like that. Gabe is great though, anyway. I mean, he's just supports so much stuff.
He's giving you stuff away. Oh, and if you buy, like don't you get a like a gift card now? You can buy a $50 gift card and get it for $25, and then you get Sabbath essentials, you get holy balls, you get like all kinds of stuff. So, one more question. The last one is from our man Bernie Gannon. Where'd you go, bro? Pedro, for the Smithsonian, your best and hardest interview. Just go with hardest. That you like walked out of and you were like, yeah, I fucking nailed that shit.
Oh, like in a positive way.
Yeah.
Probably the Dave one. I probably walked away being like, wow, that went really well. And it hard in a bad way. There was a period there, maybe like 2 years ago, I did an interview with Vellner, and after it, I was just like, during it and after, I was like, this is really shit. It's not going well. And then afterwards, for about 3 weeks, I felt all my interviews are shit. And I was like, I should just fucking quit. And then I just kind of snapped out of it. But that was a really hard interview. And nothing even happened. It was just like flat. Like there was just no, like he was in his kitchen and his kid was there and it was just kind of noisy and it just wasn't, you know, it just didn't work. And not anyone's fault. It just didn't work. His fault. I think he was just like stressed, didn't want to be there that much. And, you know, he was like, oh, I've committed, so I do it. And then I was kind of like, this guy doesn't want to be here. And then it just started playing on my mind a bit. So yeah, that was a hard one for unusual reasons, I suppose.
All right, there you go. Oh, and guys, and if you could do us a favor, last night we did a podcast with Mike Egan, the guy that won, he did the world record for the wheelchair. 150. It was such a good interview. He's such a cool dude. He's doing so much for the community too. If you can check that out for a little bit, that we did that last night. Go support. Go give him a follow.
Yep.
And some likes because he's really cool and it was awesome to talk to him last night. Otherwise,
I'm doing if I get any new subscribers up until the end of the year, I'll do 2 calories per subscriber on New Year's Day.
Oh shoot.
So if you're not subscribed to my channel, you can go and subscribe. And I mean, so far I'm doing like 6 calories, so it should be fine.
No, we'll get
it's
it.
You and isn't Vindicate doing something too like that? Where it's like if he gets something, he's doing calories, and
yeah,
I think there's a couple of you guys that are
doing the same. Yeah. So we'll get you all up.
We'll get you there.
We'll see you on
we'll see you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow night on Savon's podcast. We're gonna hang out and do the Clam Slam. So come chill with us. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We love y'all.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Deuces.